Hey writers, this is Lee Jessup, career coach for professional and emerging screenwriters as well as screenwriting professor, wanting to talk today about facing the reality of a screenplay that is just not working, right? We all want the writing to work. Oftentimes writers will do all the pre-writing stuff. They'll write an outline, they'll do beat sheets, they'll get notes on that stuff. They'll really think through it. But sometimes when you get to the page, something is just not working. Something is not clicking. Don't get me wrong, it's incredibly frustrating. And I'm not saying that you can't take a script that is ultimately not working and find a way to ultimately and eventually make it work. But you have to kind of acknowledge when the material is not landing. Different ways to realize it. One is something is not clicking for you as you're reading it. Something just doesn't feel right. You may not be able to put your finger on it, but it's just not tracking. The other side of it is if you are getting notes, if you're getting feedback, and across the board, it's coming back as the material is just not landing. Now, it could be that you're just early in your craft, early in your development, and need to develop further and understand the craft better and work on your craft some more in order to get it there. So it could be more in the execution, or it can be in concept. There could be some flaws in the concept to start with. I generally am a believer that when you have a vision for something, when you're passionate for something, then there's purpose to keep working on it, to keep improving it, to try and get it as good as it can be. But that's where trusted readers can be really helpful. Whether they're paid readers or not is a different conversation. But you want to get notes, you want to get feedback from people who are ahead of you in the screenwriting universe, right? You want to get feedback from vetted, known industry readers. You can go to covered services. We just want to make sure that we are getting notes from people who are experienced in reading scripts, who've read hundreds, thousands of scripts, and understand script analysis. It's not to say that you should agree with every set of notes that comes to you. That's where sometimes we'll go for 2 or 3 sets of notes to really understand if somebody's saying it's not working, is it just the one person or is it multiple people? But if we're getting multiple sets of notes that ultimately tell us that the work is not quite landing yet, whether the person that you're getting notes from provides some sort of a grid and a recommendation, which is pass, consider, recommend, which are the industry standards that I'll record another video about, or if it's a number grade, or if it's a percentage, you're in the top 40th percentile, we want to get into the top 10, 8, 5 percentile, right? And that's a progressive thing. You get closer to it as you improve your craft. But if universally you're finding that it's just not landing, you want to really explore why that is. Take a step back. Sometimes setting that script aside and giving it a little time to breathe, then coming back to it with fresh eyes is helpful. Of course, as long as you believe in it and want to keep fighting for it, you should. But remember, it's all about other people reading your script, getting excited, whether it's managers, producers, executives. So I encourage you to really kind of try to keep a sober perspective on when things are clicking and working and you feel they're improving, and when they might be stalled or not working as much as you wanted to, and then really kind of getting to assess what is it that's holding the script back so that you know what to improve and how to make it stronger, better. Sometimes it's going to be concept, sometimes it will be execution, sometimes it will be a mix of both. But remember that screenwriting is a very iterative craft. You're going to have to go through a number of drafts to get to where you want it to go. So don't let the idea of rewrites be a setback. It's very much a part of the craft. All right, you guys, I hope you find this helpful. If you do, please subscribe, and I will keep more videos coming your way soon. Bye.